Hi everyone, I'm Bhavleen Kaur. I'm an architect and I'm an educator. I have a doctorate in spatial robotics. I'm here today because I want to discuss what's the state of robotics currently and how we are using VR to teach robotics curriculum. And these robots when I talk about, these are not humanoid robots. I'm talking about industrial robotic arms, which have now moved from our industry assembly lines for manufacturing cars to architecture, engineering, and construction, where robots are bricklaying, they are 3D printing concrete houses, we all know that. But operating these robotic arms can be very, very challenging, and it requires special skill sets. There aren't existing curriculums within the architecture, engineering, construction sector, which really cater to this new kind of found creative side of 3D printing with robotic arm. So what we are doing at the Robotics and Digital Fabrication Lab situated at FIU's School of Architecture, we are developing curriculums which are in a blended modality where you take some of the lessons outside of the VR environment and we design curriculum where you only take certain tasks to understand fundamentals of robotics. So we do kind of look at this hybrid modality in which students are also constantly being checked on how their motor skills are being developed. Are they understanding the fundamental concepts, which could be safety related? These concepts are also related to robots' work environment. We are simulating VR environments of different site conditions as well, because the robot could be in a lab, but it could also be in a site condition. So basically, the part of this curriculum is also about intelligent learning platform, where the robotics kind of pedagogical agent is constantly with the students and checking their motor skills versus the game task that has been given. So which kind of brings in also another kind of responsibility for us as educator, and I think the panel discussion kind of had the segue for this part of my discussion also, that how do we engage as architects and educators to this new field where we are looking at what kind of curriculum can be developed to really talk about teaching industrial robotic arms, to also train the models, the AI models, to give feedback to the students. So which brings me to the second phase of our project. So this project is actually a National Science Foundation funded project in its final stages. So when the project gets released and it's out there for people to contribute in, it will have the AI-driven pedagogical agent, almost like a teacher with you all the time. So what VR really helps in this case is lowering that first knowledge barriers of understanding fundamentals of robotics, simulating environments where even if you do any kind of mistake, neither the human nor the robot gets harmed in the process. And plus, you can actually generate many different types of robotic arms, because robotic arms are also becoming collaborative. There are these big, huge industrial robotic arms. So basically, in a cohesive way, the educators as well as the students are constantly working inside of this platform to really bring about this new way of teaching and learning. But again, this is at its certain stages of development, and again, the panel had already kind of mentioned it's a slow process, it's research-oriented, so I do want to invite discussions within the architecture schools over here, and has fabulous schools with some of my friends over there. So to engage and build curriculum with us to really think about how do you teach robotics in the VR environment. Thank you.